Welcome to a 1.3 update overview. I'm SnowyCon, and this is part of my evolution series of Minecraft. So, to get into things, we've been playing through specifically 1.3 at this point, and we're here on a different world in order to just get that overview. One of the largest additions in 1.3 is the fact that you can now trade with villagers. Apparently prior to this, will you not run away? Test subjects are just impossible. Before this update, you didn't have emeralds, so there was no way to actually interact with this NPC. Along with the generation of villages, we also have the desert temple, which we did not explore in our time, but here we are. This was an addition in 1.3, which is really cool, and one of the most fun structures, I think, added. Oh, that was a decent explosion. I forgot to mention that villages also started spawning in, well, generating in deserts in this version. So, thank you, Update, for giving us a little bit more interaction with these guys. It's not a that's a terrible trade. What are you doing, man? Jeez. As I stated before, this is the time that we had emeralds and loot chests. So you could get beginning chests for your world. You have the emerald ore, emerald block, and even emerald. This was also the time that they added ender chests, which is also useful with all of the different things we use them for nowadays. Now, we are to some of the more obsolete items in crafts. It's the fact that in this version, we were actually able to create a notch apple, golden apple, but a notch apple nonetheless. And then you also had the regular one. They also added books and quills, which also happened to be able to create. So you could sign and create a book. Along with books, we have the enchanting table. Let's see what roll. In this version, we didn't actually have to use lapis as of yet. So it's just a free toss in there, and I hope you get a decently good bow. One of the best changes of this version was the fact that you could actually place slabs and stairs in different orientations. Though, one of the things that I noticed was that the stairs do not connect yet. So that's very interesting. Along with this, you could actually put the redstone on top of this, but not here. Ooh, redstone. My favorite, which if you've watched any of my videos, I tend to stay away from it because I don't know what I'm doing, as you may see from this setup. But, okay, it also has a glitch like that where it seems to stop connecting. Not a clue why, and then it just reattaches after a while. But apparently the dispenser did not have the ability prior to 1.3 to dispense a boat or a minecart. But in this era, voila! We have a boat that's not really in the water, and we have a minecart that's actually on the rails. Something else they added, I guess I don't need this bow now, is the fact that pressure plates, wooden ones specifically, could take an arrow hit and start redstone. Along with the blocks, prior to 1.3, you could only put logs in one orientation, and that was straight up and down. But now, thanks to this update, we can place the blocks in various orientations. One thing that I learned during this playthrough was the fact that they don't place the way you might logically think they could. Because in order to place it up and down, you actually have to be right above the block, in a sense. Yeah. So you have to either be above it or below it. Anything near it, nope. Just an interesting mechanic. I'm glad they changed that. One of the mechanics that I learned in 1.3 is the fact that you will actually take damage from a certain height at in between blocks, which I find interesting. So water does not act like water at a certain height and only in between blocks, from my understanding. Now, I might be wrong about that, but nonetheless, that is actually very interesting and good change that you can now just MLG water bucket everything. Another mechanic that I knew about is the fact that water was very much so not bubbly. So you could actually drop items through it, which we used for a chicken farm. Whee! Now to the end. There is something that I did learn at the very end of our 1.3 playthrough, and it's something that I just noticed now while doing this video is villagers do not make sound, nor does placing the eyes and the sound of the boom does not happen. So it's very anticlimactic, and you're just like, oh, darkness. Among that, we also have the fact that the boss health, not the Ender Dragon health, but the boss health is named that, and the fact that the Ender Dragon does not make any sound. I guess I should probably get something that I can fight back with. Come on. Cannot make a sound. Makes the hitting sound, but it does not make any sound beyond that. Which, if you want to see the fact that the final unaliving of the dragon does not make a sound, just go to my last video. I'm going to leave a tab above. But, yeah, very anticlimactic when you attempt to end it and you're just like, oh, I've destroyed it. But I've done this before with really, really cool sound. Another notice that we had with the end is the fact that these crystals are placed very randomly. And I feel like there are actually a lot more than we have to deal with in updated versions. Stop following me. We also don't have the extended end dimension. This is it. This is all you see. So, in this era, you had nothing but the dragon. So guys, that is all we have for the overview. I hoped you enjoyed. I hope you've learned something. Yeah. If you'd like to see more, just like and subscribe. Well, subscribe. If you enjoyed, like. And any comments down below of differences that you've noticed between your first time playing and today's updates of 1.20 and 1.21. Not including the fact that they're adding a lot of new blocks. Thank you for watching. Come on. Come on. Thank you for watching. Snowy Steve, out. Bye.